I've noticed it just with the first 3 fights, almost like mirror image, stylistically. There's a lot of that throughout this card, I find.
There are. Yeah, there are. And then there are some that are completely opposite, like this next one, where you've got Jason Witt against Phil Rowe.
Yeah.
I mean, striker v grappler, but Witt has got some power in him as well. I mean, he pinged Barberena a few times, but Phil Rowe was very impressive in that Kosei fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He defended
great.
takedowns and he was calm, and then he was able to. And those knees were vicious. And I think they'll be really useful because, I mean, the height advantage. There's a 10-inch reach advantage for Phil Rowe. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like Witt, he's got a lot of power, but I think he'll definitely be looking for a takedown. But then Phil Hawes, he's good jiu-jitsu background as well, because he does a lot of tournament. Sorry,
Phil Hawes is later.
Phil Hawes is later.
Now that would be a very different fight because Phil Hawes is much more of a powerful wrestler.
But yeah,
Phil Rowe's really long and rangy. I actually kind of sparred with him a little bit at the PI a couple of years ago. He's very, very difficult to read because he's got such long limbs. They kind of fold out of nowhere, and he's very, very difficult to read. I think if he's able to keep Jason Witt on the end of his strikes, he's going to be all right. But Witt, of course, he's going to be trying to close distance. He's going to try and wrestle him. And there is always that threat of a shot coming over the top. So the double threat of is he level changing or is he striking? That might catch him out. He might be better to be kind of skirting the octagon because he had good takedown defense against the cage.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think once Jason Witt gets him to the floor, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to get back up. I think Witt's going to be able to break him down, and there's so many easy ways for him to grip through and control wrists with those big long limbs.
Yeah,
I don't know. And experience is on Jason Witt's side as well. How did you pick it?
I did pick Phil Rowe. Yeah, because I feel like he dealt so well with Kosei, like takedown defense. I just think if he can repeat that and keep it on the feet, then I think he'll just outstrike him and catch him like he did Kosei, working the body, like kicks up the middle and stuff.
Yeah. What I could see happening is him getting comfortable defending takedowns as Jason Witt's level changing into the fence, and he's able to stuff those takedowns. And then he starts timing him and catches him with a knee. Like if at any point Phil Rowe has Jason Witt hurt and he's able to clamp onto a tie clinch, he's going to be able to smash him to pieces with knees. And I bet he's been working elbows as well, because there were a couple of moments in the Kosei fight where he was close and he landed a couple of good body shots, and then he went with this kind of it looked like it was like an open palm strike. And I thought to myself, dude, if you had a couple of elbows there, you'd have opened him up.
Yeah.
He's also been doing a lot of grappling as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I noticed, because he had a grappling match against Gordon Ryan.
Yeah. He was on the new Lex Friedman podcast, which I'm probably going to listen to later.
I mean, he did lose, but of course, he's still competing against that level.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he's done a few though recently, hasn't he? I'm just looking at his record. So he had 2 before the Kosei fight. Submission Underground, and then Who's Number One, which I think had Craig Jones on it.
Yeah.
And then he's had 2 since the Kosei fight. So the good thing is he's staying active. Like there's a benefit, no matter what it is, to traveling to an arena and preparing to compete and then walking out. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if you're competing in chess between events, the walk out into the arena where you've got that bit of anxiety and the butterflies is, if you can compartmentalize that and deal with that on its own, it's not going to affect your martial arts quite as much.
Yeah.
And I think, the fact that he's putting himself in these positions like against Gordon Ryan, where it's like, let's see what happens. I don't mind. I'm not. It shows a lack of ego on his part, which will probably open up his mind in training as well. I would imagine him to be a very coachable individual. Jason Witt's had a lot of experience. 19-7 is his record. It's just my concern is that Witt might be able to take him down and just maul him, and Rowe might not be able to build himself up because he's got such long limbs. Witt might be able to just tie him up and lock him down.
Do you think he might be able to catch him with something like a guillotine or.
I mean, he has got a guillotine on his record. Yeah. He has got rear naked chokes on his record, so it might be a case of him being able to stuff a takedown. You know, maybe land some of those Travis Brown elbows up against the fence and then take his back from there. I'm picking Phil Rowe.
Yeah, I'm going for Phil Rowe as well.
Daydream. I think it's a tough fight for him. I think it's going to be a real tough test.
Yeah, he does the. Pretty sure he's behind the boombox. Thing that's in the UFC. He's got a little music shop and stuff, so speakers and whatnot.
Yeah, I think Mystery's got one, hasn't he?
He
brought one to the gym. Yeah,
UFC 248 got that, I think.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Adesanya Romero.
Did he rob it from someone?
No, they gave it to him.
Oh, did they? Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. So we're both going Phil Rowe, are we?
Yeah, Phil Rowe.
I think it's a hard fight for him, and I think it's a big ask, especially with the experience difference as well. But I think you could catch him. I'm seeing a knee up the center as Jason Witt level changes.